and I'm going to walk you through the setup of the catalogs. If you have a look at your screen, you would have landed on this particular screen, which then shows you what's available. But in order to set up your own business, here's your catalog. Now, before we start, we must recognize that the first thing to do is to create the name of the catalog. So let's give our new catalog a name. So let us, for example, let's refer to it as our trial catalog. Now, again, you can make notes here to help you recall if you have many catalogs with a very similar sounding name, or this might be a promotional catalog, whatever. Give it a bit of a story so that it can act as a reminder. For a small business community, that wouldn't be too important, but certainly for the larger concerns, it's a big problem. The next thing we're going to select is what category it belongs to. In other words, what categories are being employed within the catalog. So for the purposes of demonstration, we'll select these two. You'll also see that there is one for adult. Adult covers items such as alcohol, cigarettes, and the various other products, firearms, and so on, that are generally considered reserved for adult content. Should you forget to do this and select this particular item, it's not the end of the world, because when you close your catalog, you will see it's going to ask you the same question a second time. So we've only selected the two, and there the two are shown. Next, we're going to look at whether or not to assign this particular catalog as free. And as this is our very first catalog, so yes, let's make that the free catalog. You're always entitled to a minimum of one catalog for free indefinitely. And let's publish it for public consumption, because as we're creating these various items, we want to immediately publish them out. And when we talk about publishing, please understand that the content of this catalog, as you create it, will automatically be sent through to the search engines to help promote your business. And this is another service that's offered for free. Promotional status, again, you're going to find that there will be times when you have catalogs that will have a start date and an end date. This is usually for promotions. Typically, a lot of the retailers, they have their promotions over weekends and etc., etc. So here, if you answer yes, you can then put in the dates of your start and your stop. Enable lay-by. Again, many people you will find, many companies you will find, they offer their facility of lay-bys. However, there are terms and conditions. And one of the restrictions that prevents people from exploiting these promotional techniques is that they're nervous to come and ask, what are your terms? So once again, this information should be put in here, and you should be able to specify what your terms, whether you want a deposit with the lay-by, and what is your return policy should they decide they don't want that lay-by down the road. What is your policy in terms of refunds, etc., etc. So this is very important to declare this up front if you want to maintain comfort from your customers. So we'll change that back to no. The try before you buy, again, you've got the similar situation where people want the opportunity to try your products or your services. And again, it's a good selling technique, and it's something that you can add into your catalog. This information becomes available to the people seeing it. That means that the customer knows up front whether or not you offer these kind of services. Now, this particular element is ideal for the cosmetic industry, plastic cookware, motor cars, second-hand car dealers, new cars, etc., etc., where you're able to put into the terms and conditions how they should contact you, and what sort of notice you require to be able to set up the offer, etc., etc. So once again, promote your products, promote your business by giving the consumer all the information, not bits and pieces. Distributorships, again, this is incredibly useful for companies that are manufacturers, producers, and importers. The cost to set up branches around the country can be prohibitively expensive, because not only have you got the cost of establishing the branch, but you've now got to start marketing yourself to the local market. And all of this has a cost. Whereas if you've got companies already in that marketplace who have products that are similar, or the nature of their business would be complement your products, you're able to now offer this. And by going into the catalog and stating, yes, I'm looking for a particular distributor, this is the city or the region in which I'm looking for a distributor, and these are my terms and conditions, contact details, etc., etc. This gets published in the catalogs, and once again, we're able to encourage business opportunities and to help your business expand outwards. So here we will put here distributor required in Bloemfontein, being the area. And again, are credit facilities available? If they are, once again, specify what your terms are of conditions. Are there specific forms that have to be filled in, or do you just accept the credit form that's offered by BuzzApex? These are things that, once again, give the marketplace all the information so that there's no guessing involved. They feel comfortable that you're an honest vendor and that you're being very transparent in everything that you're doing. So you can put in here 30 days facilities subject to, and whatever your terms are. Once that's done, we can close. And again, as you see, it asks the question about being an adult. Again, please understand, we do not want adult type products being offered to persons under the age of 18. So the answer in our particular instance is going to be no. It now brings you here and it shows you there's the catalog that's now been created. It has been put out to public. It only has one location, and we'll go into location a little deeper if required. But for all intents and purposes, a location is where you have multiple branches that you want the catalog to be applied to, or you've got distributors that you want the catalog to be applied to. When this happens, effectively, the catalog takes on their location as well. So effectively, if they're looking for a product and you are the principal, but you have got distributors in other regions, when people in those regions are searching, they will see your distributor before they see your business, because your business assumably is at a further distance from the distributor themselves. Now we want to start adding items to the catalog. So let's go here. Again, we're now going to start adding items. So here we have, on this particular screen, we have a short item name. So in this particular instance, we might call this collection from supplier. But again, this could be handbags, it could be any type of products. Barcode, if barcodes are important to you and form part of your process, by all means insert the code here. If not, just step over. A short description would be, if I change this to item names, if I call this a handbag, and I put here a brown handbag, and let's say it's a 5-liter size. That is effectively a short description. However, when it comes to the long description here, we can expand on this, and we can put here that is hand stitched and elaborate on the product. And we're finding that a great many consumers want to know more about the product, especially when it comes to items that are health related or environment related. So once again, you can go to extend, and you can add and give a lot of background information. Unit, here again, this is very much like the hashtag tags that you can set up. You can set up your various tags. Unit price, you can leave this blank. If you leave this blank, it will show in the catalog as price on application. If you put in a value, naturally it will show the value. In stock, we're going to assume that there is stock, and we want to publish. The only reason that this exists on this particular screen is where you may have run out of stock. So you may change that to, no, I don't have stock, and you suspend that item being shown in the catalog. If you do it that way, down the road, when stock does come in, you're able to quickly come back here without having to add the item to your catalog and go back to yes and make sure that everybody can see it. You can then upload an image, and again we can pick different items. It doesn't really matter what the item is, we can then choose it, and we can insert it, and we can update our catalog. Now, that is as simple as it is. And again, you can continue to add items, etc., etc. And if we go back to the actual catalog, you'll see that we've added one item to the catalog. And that is as simple as creating a catalog really is. I hope that's been helpful. If you have any problems, please don't hesitate to contact us, and we'll assist you where we can. Thank you. Goodbye.